This is Lady Mysterious 601, where the 601 stands for Jackson, Mississippi. We are all familiar with this story right here, but it's one story we can never forget. Let's get into it.
This is Michelle Blair, who is facing charges for multiple murders in Michigan. In a shocking and horrifying case that gripped the nation, Michelle Blair, a mother of 4 from Detroit, Michigan, murdered 2 of her own children and kept their bodies in a freezer for nearly 3 years. The gruesome discovery was made on March 24, 2015, when Blair was evicted from her apartment due to unpaid rent. During the eviction process, court officials stumbled upon a deep freezer in Blair's living room containing the remains of her 2 children, Stephen Barry and Stony Blair. The police were immediately notified, and it was determined that the children had been dead for at least 3 years. The medical examiner ruled their deaths as homicides. Michelle Blair was arrested and brought to trial, where she confessed to the murders of Stephen and Stony.
To my understanding, to get a trial is to get to the truth, right? I'm already saying that I did it. I'm freely giving myself and accepting life in prison. My son is worth that to me. So what I don't understand is, from what I heard today, why the prosecutors are dragging their feet. If I'm already giving myself to you, like, hey, I did this, what's the problem? You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to come back like, oh, I didn't understand my rights. I'm not a coward.
She claimed that she killed her children because they were her youngest son, Matthew. However, these allegations were never substantiated. Blair's confession revealed a disturbing sequence of events. In August 2012, she claimed she discovered her son Matthew simulating activity with dolls and learned that he had been abused by his older brother Stephen. Enraged, Blair physically assaulted Stephen, pouring scalding hot water on his genitals, making him drink Windex, and subjecting him to choking. Stephen eventually died from the abuse. 9 months later, Blair discovered that her daughter Stony was also Matthew. As a result, she starved and brutally beat Stony until she died in May 2013. Instead of turning herself into the police, Blair decided to conceal Stony's body by placing it in a plastic bag and storing it alongside Stephen's body in the freezer. During the trial, Blair displayed no remorse for her actions and insisted that she did what she believed was right. In June 2015, she pleaded guilty to 2 counts of first-degree premeditated murder and received a life sentence. She is currently serving her sentence at the Huron Valley Correctional Facility in Ypsilanti, Michigan.
You take responsibility of it. You're therefore sentenced to the Michigan Department of Corrections for the rest of your life without the possibility of parole, meaning, of course, that you will never get. And this is your voluntary choice to enter this plea.
It is.
Okay. And subject yourself to a mandatory life sentence.
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Blair, what did you do to Stony Blair that makes you guilty of premeditated murder?
She raped my son. I intentionally killed her. I repeatedly punched her. On many occasions, my son, I told him to tell me every single thing she did to him. So as she was telling me, he was telling me more and more things that she did. I assaulted her every time he told me what she did to him. By assault, I mean I punched her. I have put a bag over her head till she lost consciousness. I threw hot water on her, scalding hot water from the faucet.
Did you hit her in the head with a wooden stick?
Yes, I hit her on her head multiple times, over and over.
Was that shortly before she died?
That was actually days before she died and the day she died.
Did this happen on or about May 25th, 2014, to the best of your recollection?
May 25th is actually the day she died. Okay. Well, the day I killed her.
And you said you killed her by putting a grocery bag over her head?
Yes, and I do not feel any remorse for what I did to Stony. So I grabbed Stephen, I grabbed a belt, and I put a belt around his neck, and I lifted him up like, do you like how this feels, being choked with a belt? So I dropped him. I held him up until he lost consciousness as well.
You were intending to...
No, I did not intend to kill Stephen.
No. Listen to my question. You were intending to inflict serious physical harm, but not kill him.
Definitely.
Okay. Did you also punch him?
Yes, I did.
Did you also kick him?
Yes, I did.
Okay. You talked about choking him. Did you also burn him?
Yes, I did.
Okay, how did you do that?
Hot water, scalding hot water after Stephen died. And I told my son Matthew that, I f***ed up. I gotta go, and I gotta go turn myself into the police. I gotta go turn myself in. And he said, turn yourself into what? And I said, Matthew, turn myself into the police. That means I gotta go because I killed somebody. And then he said, I don't want you to go. When he said that, that was it. So I put Stephen in the freezer, and I said, I'm gonna stay with my kids as long as possible. And I'm glad I did, because if I had not have done that, I would not have found out about Stoney. You see what I'm saying? So everything happened how it was meant to happen. Going like this, because the day before that, I actually said I'm going to stop, because I looked in the room and like, he is toe up,
Were you starving him at this time as well?
No, I was not. I never starved him, and that's another thing that they're not understanding. He may have lost weight, but because they had their hands in Matthew, and they controlled him in every type of way, down to food. They would take his meat, basically. We didn't always eat together. I thought him and Stephen was very close, so Stephen would manipulate me. Mom, can we and Maddie eat up in our room? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. I'm thinking that's his best friend, that's his brother. That's how he made it seem, but that's a lie. He kept Matthew up under his wing on purpose. Matthew never wanted to be around Stephen, and I don't know how I didn't see that. So they would take his food. They would actually only let him eat his vegetables. So yes, when I fed Stephen, he only got vegetables and like healthy things, and it was minimal, like oatmeal and things like that. He did not get meat. You stole from my son. And actually, when I tried to feed him, my son Matthew said, Mom, that's bold. They used to take my food all the time. That's bold. You get what I'm saying? So yes. Now Stoney, I did starve her. I did. 9 more months, you going, your big ass. She was 13. My son told me how she used to sit on his face, and he said, Mom, it stinks real bad. And she was, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Yes, I did. And then oatmeal is all that girl got. And she's lucky she got that once a day.
Stoney only got oatmeal?
Oatmeal once a day. She's very lucky she got that. I even have to hide the fact that I was giving her oatmeal for Matthew because he didn't want me to feed her, and he had every right to feel that way.
Hold on. Miss Blair, can we get Kleenex over here?
No, I'm good.
You're okay? Okay. I just have a few more questions. When you were physically harming Stephen, was it ever your intent to also cause any sort of serious mental harm?
Well, I don't understand what you mean.
When you were hurting him physically, was it also your intent to cause any sort of serious mental harm?
What do you mean, mentally damage him?
Yes.
Like beating him in the head?
No, like making it so that his thoughts aren't right.
No,
Does
never.
that make sense? Okay.
Physical punishment on what you did to my child, because I had always told my kids the worst thing you can ever do to somebody is break them. I always told my son that, and I always told the girls the worst thing you could do is cry rape on somebody if they didn't rape you. They fully knew what they were doing.
So you were only intending physical punishment?
Yes.
Okay. All right, now, just so that I'm clear, you weren't allowing them to treat your other children like this, were you?
What do you mean?
You weren't allowing them to sexually assault.
No, I wasn't allowing that. I never knew.
That's exactly,
you get what I'm saying?
That's exactly what I wanted to know. You didn't know until afterwards.
It's like...
Am I right?
Yes.
These are pictures of my house, where the freezer was. I was afraid to even walk by the freezer. Every time I came downstairs to eat breakfast or to play a video game, I have to walk right past the freezer. There was nowhere else that my mom could hide the bodies. They were cooped up in a freezer, like meat. I'm happy I was able to make it out alive.
Is it painful to you?
No, it's evil.
It's evil what you did? Is it evil? Okay. So you're judging yourself.
I didn't think that there would be anyone to rescue me. When things got bad, I would have these fantasies of escaping.
I'm asking you, not in the eyes of God. In your eyes, do you feel like you did what you had to do? I didn't have to do that.
I just remember being surrounded by fear. There was definitely not a trace of hope within me. I thought that I was meant to be next. I was born in Detroit, Michigan. I am the oldest of four. Stoney, the second oldest, she's 2 years younger than me. Then Steven, and then there's the youngest. Me and Stoney shared one dad, while Steven and our youngest brother shared another dad. And neither of them were really present, so it was just us five, me, my siblings, and my mom in the household.
No, stop playing with me. Why don't you make me, coward?
My mom hated my dad. So after my dad left, we didn't see him as much. He tried to come around, but I think that her anger pushed him away. When he was around, we weren't hit. She wouldn't lash out at us because she was angry. My mom made his life a living hell.